You're listening to Dakota Spotlight. My name is James Wallner. Welcome back to Season 11, Homicide at House of Bottles. This is Episode 5. If you've not listened to the previous episodes, you'll want to start at the beginning. Shawn Helmenstein murdered Robbie Rahrich in cold blood. That fact is indisputable, so much so that even Shawn Helmenstein himself does not dispute it. Although he initially denied involvement in the murder, his story changed when Bismarck investigators discovered the pistol they were looking for, a Desert Baby Eagle, at Guy Ask's trailer in Montana. Ever since that moment, Shawn Helmenstein has admitted his guilt. Through several recorded confessions, Shawn revealed some interesting details about his crime. He explained that the first time he went to House of Bottles that night, he didn't have his gun with him. He only brought it with him the second time, when Robbie was killed. He also said that while he could remember pointing the gun and he could remember taking the money, he couldn't remember pulling the trigger or the gun firing. He also said he had no idea what happened to that shell casing that belonged to the bullet that killed Robbie. Shawn didn't just confess to the murder, he also cooperated fully with investigators. For example, when asked to do so, he signed extradition papers to expedite his return to North Dakota from Montana. Then, when he stepped off the plane a day later in Bismarck, he agreed to take part in something else, something even Bismarck PD's investigators weren't certain he'd go along with, a videotaped walkthrough of the crime scene at House of Bottles, a recorded confession you're about to hear. Bob Haas again.
So we went out to the airport, and they landed, and Shawn got out of the plane, and I walked up to him and, reintroduced myself and asked him, I said, we want to go back up to the House of Bottles and walk through. And I said, if you're willing, he said, would you walk through with us and explain what happened? He said, sure. And I said, okay, so you're going to be videotaped? He said, yes. So I jumped in with the deputies and we drove up to the House of Bottles. And it was kind of like that. I wasn't real sure that, maybe he'd back out once we stepped foot in there, and he looked around there and then saw everybody in there with the cameras and stuff. And so we got up there and took him inside, read him his rights, agreed, asked if he agreed to do the walkthrough and to talk to us, and he agreed. So we started out.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
In the video, Sergeant Bob Haas is dressed in a long black coat that reaches below his knees, paired with a white scarf casually draped around his neck. Shawn Helmenstein, in stark contrast, has shed his cowboy hat and duster jacket. Instead, he wears a multicolored nylon winter jacket, looking stripped of his cowboy privileges. His light blue jeans and horseshoe mustache are the only remnants of his former image. His dark hair is cut short and neatly trimmed above the ears, and he's in handcuffs and foot shackles.
Start back here at the front door. That's where you came in, wasn't it?
Correct.
Front door? Okay, let's go back here. Okay, so you came in the front door here? You remember approximately what time it was?
1:45.
1:45, thereabouts? Okay. You came in the door, and what did you do then?
I went up, talked to Robbie.
Okay, Robbie was at the counter over here?
Correct.
Okay, let's walk over towards the counter. Okay, whereabouts were you around here?
Right here.
You were right here? Was Robbie in the chair there?
He was standing.
He was standing right around in here someplace?
Yes.
Okay, what did you guys talk about?
We were just BSing. just
Okay.
talking.
Was it around the same conversation that you had the first time that you were in?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. How long did you talk?
A couple minutes. He said he's gonna lock the door.
Okay, then what happened then?
He went and locked the door and came back and he did the till.
Okay, which door did he lock? Did he lock the entrance door over
The
there?
entrance door.
Okay, he didn't lock this door over here, the exit door?
No,
Okay. And then he started working on the till?
he got it all ready and carried it back to the office.
Okay, now when you said he got it all ready, what do you mean by he got it all ready?
Did the till tape and everything.
He Z'd out?
Zio, yes.
Okay, and then did he take the till drawer out or the
Yes.
tray?
Yes.
Okay, and then what did he do?
He walked into the office.
Okay, now you indicated when I talked to you yesterday that you bought a 12-pack of beer.
Yes.
When did you buy that beer?
Well, I bought that right when I walked in.
The first time or
No.
the second time?
Second time I came in.
Okay, so you came in and you went over and you got a 12-pack of beer out of here?
Yes.
Would it have been this over here, this Bud Light,
Yeah,
right here? Okay, and then you went back over and
Yeah.
Robbie rang up the,
Rang it up, then not even a minute later, the lady came in. Then after she left, he did the till.
okay. Do you know what she bought by any chance?
Some single bottle beer, if I remember.
From back in that cooler back there?
I think so.
Okay. Could you describe the lady at all?
Older Indian lady.
Okay. Did you see what she was driving at all? Okay. As long as the driving part there, where was your pickup parked?
I was parked right over here at the apartment.
Oh, you were still over in the apartments?
Yes,
Okay, I thought you said that you'd driven around and,
I did, and I parked back over there.
oh, you parked back over there?
If they were home, but they weren't.
Okay, and then you walked over here?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so now Robbie's Z'd out the tapes and he's taking the till drawer out. What happened there?
He went into the office.
Okay, did you follow him or?
I was talking with him the time he went in there.
Okay, when did he turn the lights out?
That's the first thing he did after he did the
Okay, so he Z'd the cash register out, and then he went over and turned the lights out, then did he grab
locked the door. While the tape was finished printing, he came up and got it there and went into the office.
okay, and he took the till tray with him then? Okay, did he go this direction or did he?
He went this.
Okay, one, and. Always move this around quite a bit. Okay, so he went into the office. Okay, then what happened?
I came back and I was standing probably about right here. Realized that I pulled the pistol and shot him.
Okay, you were right about here, you weren't any closer at all?
About right here.
About right there?
Yes.
And you pulled the pistol out?
At this point in the video, Shawn is standing about 2 feet outside of the office entrance, doing his best to show Haas how he raised the gun, but his handcuffs are chained to his foot shackles and he can't raise his arm quite that high. By the way, you Plus subscribers who get the Dakota Spotlight newsletter can watch this video as well.
You know, what did you do when you pulled the pistol out?
All I remember is Robbie going limp and sliding back this way towards
Okay.
the wall.
Do you remember holding the pistol up at all?
Yeah, I remember having it like this, like
Did-
you are,
Okay, did you hold it with one hand or two hands?
one hand.
One hand? Did you aim at all or did you just point?
I just pointed and pulled.
Pull the trigger? And then you said Robbie just went limp?
Yes.
Okay. Did Robbie go forward at all?
No,
He just went back.
went back.
And did his arms drop by his side? And his
Yes.
feet kicked out on him?
Yes.
Okay. Then what did you do?
I grabbed the money and ran.
Okay, so you stepped into the office? About how far did you step into the office?
About this far.
And then you reached in and you grabbed?
Grabbed it.
Okay. Now you said that the money was in 3 different spots.
Money in the money bag, some on desk and the rest was in the till.
Okay. And then what happened after that?
I grabbed that and I grabbed the beer that was sitting on the cooler and I took off.
Which cooler is that?
That freezer right
The
by
white cooler up
Yes.
there? Okay. Which direction did you go out?
I went to the right.
Okay, why don't you show us?
Grab it and I went out.
And you went that direction?
Yes.
And then your truck, where was it? It was parked on Ohio Street?
I think so.
Okay.
Driving.
Okay, where do you go?
I was just driving and I ended up over down on the strip on Mandan, so I whipped in the pros and went in there because I seen some people I knew.
Okay. Did you say anything to the folks
I
in
didn't
there?
say nothing.
Okay. Did you talk about anything in particular, or?
Not just nothing really.
Okay. Now, you told us yesterday too that when you went over to Mandan, you threw the money bag out. Do you recall where you threw it at all?
Money bags in the black trunk of mine that you guys have.
Okay. So it's in that black thing?
It's in there. Pretty sure it is.
Okay. Is the till tape in there?
I don't know.
Okay.
Don't.
Now, you also told us yesterday too that you had counted the money.
Yes.
Do you recall about how much was?
About 14, 15.
When did you count the money?
The next day.
On Sunday?
Yes.
Where did you count it at? Did you count it at Travis or someplace else?
When I went to the laundromat, I counted it.
Why were you at the laundromat?
I had to do laundry. I went and did my laundry.
Okay, you know which laundromat that was?
Chain Coin over by Fuller.
Okay. Did you throw anything in the garbage at all? Or?
No.
Okay. And you counted the money at that time. Now, after you did your laundry, what had happened then?
I did the laundry and I went back to Travis's for a little bit. Stayed there for about a half an hour, then I went driving around some more.
Okay. Where'd you end up after that?
While I was driving around, Travis paged me and I called him to see what he wanted, and he said, I'm going to be gone tonight, so you might want to grab your bags because no one's going to be staying here tonight. That's when I went and rented a motel room.
Okay. You know what motel you were at?
Comfort Inn.
Okay. And how did you pay for that room?
With the money.
That you took the night before?
Yes.
Okay. So you stayed at the Comfort Inn that night?
Correct.
The next day you got up and you went to Missoula?
Yes, on the
Okay.
bus.
What did you do prior to going to the bus depot?
I got up and got everything ready and went and bought a bus ticket, and she said the bus won't be leaving till 11. And I stopped and got a pop and something to eat, like a hot dog or something. Then I went and stopped at the Ramada Inn, because my friend works there.
Is that Tyann?
Yes.
Okay. You talked to Tyann for a while?
Yeah, until the cab came and picked me up, took me down to the bus station.
Okay. The money that you bought the bus ticket with, where did that come from?
From here.
From here? Okay. Did you spend that money anyplace else?
From here on the bus and stops we made, I bought stuff with it and things like that.
Did you buy anything for Guy and his girlfriend at all?
No.
Okay. Did you buy anything for anybody else?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Now, I know when I talked to you the first time, you told me that the first time that you were in the House of Bottles,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't have your gun with you. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So you left and you drove around for a while and you parked your pickup back over at
Mm-hmm.
on Ohio. Why did you decide to come back over here?
Don't know. To to get some more beer, and I don't know.
Okay. You brought your gun with you at that time, isn't
Yes.
that correct? Is there any reason why you brought your gun at that time and you didn't bring it with you the first time?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Okay. So, I guess I'm having a hard time understanding.
Why?
Why not the first time and why the second time? Is there anything, I mean, were you planning on doing something?
No.
You weren't planning on taking some money from here?
No.
Paying that truck off over there at Les's?
No. So I was supposed to be getting it from my guy who do sprinkler systems for
Rick?
me. He was supposed to be helping me out.
He told us that, you know, he had to wait and see how a deal went through before he'd be
That's
able
what
to
he's
give you
what kept telling me. I don't know why I brought it with. I know you know I had it in the truck.
Is there any reason why you shot Robbie?
Don't know why I did it.
You know, I know that you didn't plan this whole thing out, you know, months ahead of time or even weeks ahead of time. You know, this could have been just a spur of the moment thing when you're driving around and kind of thought, you know, I need some money, I need to get out of here. This is the way that I can get some money is go over and get it from Robbie. You know, did that thought ever cross your mind at all? I know you're having a tough time with finances and you're pawning just about everything that you have in the world. And you thought a lot of those guns and you had to lose those too.
Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I came back over here. Wasn't my intentions to do what I did.
It just
with
happened?
Robbie. Yes.
You and Robbie didn't fight at all, did you?
No, we got along fine.
Now, what shoes were you wearing when you were in here?
My boots.
Your cowboy boots?
Mhm.
Those black ones? Okay.
Yeah.
Were you wearing any gloves at all?
Yeah, always. Yeah, my leather gloves.
Now, which gloves are those?
The ones in my duster.
Okay, so they're still in your duster right now?
Pretty
Those
sure.
aren't the work gloves that I picked up yesterday?
No, the ones with the liners in them. One has leather gloves with black liners, like jersey liners in them. Those weren't it. The ones were in my duster are the ones.
Okay. So as far as you know, those gloves should still be in there?
They should be.
Okay. Now, you know which gun was used when you were in here?
My pistol.
Could you describe that gun to me?
It's a black 9mm Desert Eagle.
Okay. Does it go by another name at all?
Baby Eagle, I think.
Okay. Now you said that you bought that at the Civic Center in
Correct.
October of '98
Correct.
from a gun dealer,
Yes.
and the gun was on consignment.
Yes.
Okay. And you didn't fill out any paperwork.
No paperwork.
The
at
dealer
all.
didn't fill out any paperwork either.
No.
Okay. Okay. I guess I want to get back to one other thing, you know, before we kind of close things out a little bit, is I guess I'm having a hard time comprehending why you would bring a gun back here. If something wasn't, if you didn't have a thought in your head or something along those lines.
I don't know why. I wasn't thinking right. That's, like I said, I was drinking a lot that night, and I don't know why I did that.
Is there anything else that you'd like to tell us at all?
I regret doing it.
The other voice you're about to hear now is that of Lieutenant Myron Heinley of Bismarck PD.
You must have realized, though, when you pulled the gun out, because Robbie knew you didn't have to shoot at me. You realize that if you're going to take the money, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Again, we just want to try to get the truth here. We're inclined to think, why did you come up the first time?
I don't know. I was up
Is it possible it was your thought because see who was working here that you might need some money and this might be a possibility? Was that possible?
Could have been.
And then so your friends came in, so then you came back a second time?
Yeah.
And then when he locked up, it was your plan then to steal the money?
To steal it, and that was it.
Okay. But then you must have realized if you were going to steal it, that you'd have to shoot him because he knew you, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember what happened to the casing?
No, I do not.
You didn't pick that up?
No.
Do you remember seeing it at all or hearing it?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
So that's why you shot Robbie, is because you were planning on robbing the place?
I guess so.
And he knew you, and you knew that you'd get caught? How long did you have thought about this?
I don't know, just that day.
Just that day?
So that's why you originally stopped the first time, was to see what it's like up here?
Basically.
You remember about what time that day you first started thinking about it? Was it in the morning when you got up, or
I didn't start thinking. I don't. Probably when I was out drinking
in the evening then?
in the evening.
About what time do you think?
About the time I probably came over here.
The first time?
Yes.
Then when you came back the second time and you were going to take the money, you realized Robbie knew you, so you would have to shoot him, didn't you?
I didn't know what I was going to do.
But you probably thought you'd have to, didn't you? Okay, thank you.
Anything else? You got anything else that you want to say to us at all, Shawn?
Yep.
Okay. I want to thank you for your honesty with us. I think in the long run you're probably going to feel a whole lot better about it. I know, you're sorry about it, and we're sorry that it happened too. But I think you've taken a great stride forward in coming forward and admitting what had happened. I think that'll help ease a lot of people's suffering and put a lot of minds to rest. Okay? I thank you.
Shawn's confession was unlike anything Bob Haas had ever experienced in his career.
I'd never had a confession like that. I was totally floored. Something of this magnitude. And he's already confessed to us twice now. He's given us a verbal confession. He's given us a written and recorded confession as to what happened. And now he's walking through the crime scene and he's pointing out things and telling us what he did here and what he did there and stuff. It's just, I had never had that, and I'm not aware of another one like that, at least in the state of North Dakota that I'm aware of.
Shawn's willingness to take responsibility went beyond his recorded confessions. At his initial hearing, he stunned the judge, the state's attorney, and courtroom spectators by announcing that he not only wanted to plead guilty, he also did not want a lawyer. His intent, he said, was to skip a trial and proceed straight to sentencing. However, due to the seriousness of the charges, the judge strongly advised Shawn to reconsider. A friend of Shawn's who was in the courtroom that day echoed the judge's advice. The state's attorney at the time, Richard Rhea, recalls that moment vividly.
He was very quiet and sat at the table with his head down, and I remember one of the spectators in the courtroom said, "Get an attorney, Shawn," and so he said, yeah, he wanted an appointed attorney.
And so that's what happened. Shawn got his public defender, pleaded not guilty, and a trial was set for later that year.
Hello.
You have a correct call from
Shawn.
from the Burleigh County Jail in Bismarck, North Dakota. To accept the call, dial 0.
While awaiting trials, Shawn Helmenstein spent months in the county jail, occasionally making calls to family and friends. All of these calls were recorded. The recordings paint a picture of a complex individual. At times, Shawn was deeply emotional and seemed to grasp the gravity of his crime. At other moments, he appears oddly at ease with his situation, possibly due to his underestimation of the sentencing he was facing. He seemed to believe he might serve as little as just 10 years if he played his cards right. When contrasted with the loss of Robbie Rahrich's life, some of Shawn's early concerns seem trivial. He fixated on keeping his belongings safe, worrying about his cowboy hat, his PlayStation, his CDs, his mountain bike, and his pickup truck. The following is a collection of short snippets from those phone calls recorded at the county jail in 1999 while Shawn was awaiting trial.
I don't know why everybody's fucking worrying. Like Brenda, she's all like, oh, I wish if I knew you needed the money, I would have helped you. I'm like, yeah, right. That's bullshit. You want to.
What did you do, Jason? Yeah, they said somebody was with you, but I figured it's probably Jeremy.
Hey, what did you pick up for me?
I got your table, kitchen chairs, your recliner, your gun case, and the blanket.
What about my CDs?
They didn't give me them.
CDs and my cowboy hat. Yeah, I just want to get my CDs and my cowboy hat. Oh, I wrote in leather, but my brother is sending you like my sunglasses and my dark case.
We figured you must have been down and out, and
I did everything. I tried everything. I don't even know what the fuck I did that for.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. Yourself?
Yeah, Jason's boss is hi.
Oh, tell her hi for me. I talked to Guy on Monday. He's fucking chewing my ass out. Asshole. Oh, he has so much fucking work right now. It's pitiful. Got myself in a little trouble.
I wish I could give you a hug.
I wish I could get one.
I don't know what they're gonna do with all my stuff, what they have in evidence. I'll find that out too, and because that has all my Western shirts, my good cowboy hat and stuff, and if I can get someone to pick that up, I would like to have you to have all that stuff. Tell Pharaoh I'm sorry.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, well, you just keep hanging in.
That's all I can do.
Should have just came down there right when my truck broke. This would have never happened.
I haven't talked to my lawyer yet.
Oh.
I'm giving him till Friday.
Oh, really?
If I don't hear something from him by Friday, I'm getting a different lawyer. But what I'm going to try to do is plea bargain for a flat 20. Hopefully they'll go for it. If they do that, I should be out in 8 years.
No, I have a storage shed here in Bismarck with all my stuff, like my mountain bike and everything. If you could pick that up somehow.
Who cares? I don't care. I just want to get it done and over with. Hopefully they'll go with my plea bargain, and hopefully if they go for it and if everything goes out, maybe I'll be out in 10, 12 years.
As you might imagine, things did not go well for Shawn at the trial. Here's Bob Haas again.
I'd hate to be a defense attorney going to trial with a client that's confessed 3 times. You know, it's recorded audibly or orally, but it's also a videotape on there. And you know this stuff's going to be introduced into evidence.
It seemed like a slam dunk for the prosecution, but Richard Rhea, the state's attorney at the time, wasn't about to let his team get overconfident.
Oh, it's a slam dunk case. You never say that. I think that's bad luck. At least it's bad luck. So, because there's a million things that could happen to make it go south on you. His defense was that it was a manslaughter, that he was under some duress, and that's why he did it. And so that's what we dealt with at the trial.
he was trying to say that, he was under a lot of emotional stress because he didn't have a job. His mom was sick with terminal cancer. He needed money. He needed this. He needed that. This wasn't something that was cold and calculated.
Shawn's defense team did their best with their limited options, trying to find cracks in the prosecution's case. At one point, they criticized Detective Haas during cross-examination, arguing that when Shawn was woken up at Guy Ask's trailer in Montana, investigators didn't give him enough time to wake up fully or eat breakfast.
We rousted Shawn from his sleep, and I remember this specifically, as we didn't allow him to break his fast.
It's possible that Helmenstein's attorney regretted bringing up the subject of breakfast during the trial, because you can bet that the prosecution did bring up that subject of breakfast. They presented 3 witnesses who testified under oath that Shawn had eaten breakfast at Kroll's Diner on the Strip at around 1:20 to 1:30 a.m., just minutes after the murder. Christy Dahl testified that she waved to him from across the diner. Shawn was sitting in a booth with 2 guys who had been at the Lonesome Dove, Lowell Dupong and Darrell Lipp. Dupong and Lipp testified that Shawn just walked up and sat with them as they were acquaintances. In other words, less than 20 minutes after Shawn Helmenstein shot Robbie Rahrich in the back of the head, he was calmly sitting at Kroll's Diner ordering breakfast. According to Dupong and Lipp, Shawn did not seem drunk, nervous, distracted, or act out of the ordinary in any way. Robbie Rahrich's sister Casey attended most of the trial, although she couldn't quite sit through all of it.
I had to leave the room for the difficult stuff I didn't want to hear. Pictures of the crime scene I didn't want to see. But I do remember Shawn turning around and looking at us, which really bothered me because I just felt he had no right. And why did he keep looking at us?
The prosecution had damning evidence against Shawn. They may have never found the elusive shell casing, but they had recorded confessions. They had a gun, a bullet, and witnesses placing Shawn at the House of Bottles that night. Here is former state's attorney Rhea again.
We just, went through the reports and interviewed the witnesses and laid it out, just the facts, and trying to combat the duress defense. We just dealt with that. We essentially brought out that it was a pretty deliberate act what he had done, and then the jury agreed with us. So.
Shawn Helmenstein was found guilty of murder. At sentencing, the judge stated he didn't believe the crime was a result of alcohol. He believed it was in fact premeditated and considered it to be an execution. Shawn had approached the scene not once but twice, and he had parked his vehicle around the corner to avoid detection. The judge said, quote, "You didn't leave the liquor store in panic. You were concerned about taking your beer along and going out for breakfast. That is not conduct of someone who suddenly regains their sense of morality and their sense of propriety." The judge went on to say that he had an obligation to the community to ensure this would never happen again, and he sentenced Shawn to life in prison with the possibility of parole after he had served 85% of his life expectancy. As cooperative as Shawn appeared to be back in 1999, the Dakota Spotlight team has uncovered that he wasn't entirely truthful back then, not about everything. While he was forthcoming in many ways, he withheld certain truths about key details. We know this because Shawn himself admitted this to us from his cell at North Dakota State Penitentiary, where he is serving a life sentence, a sentence he is actively working on to shorten. Next time, in the final episode of Homicide at House of Bottles, we'll delve into our conversations with Shawn Helmenstein. We will explain why he believes he deserves parole sooner, and we will also uncover more about what happened on that February night in 1999 when he killed Robbie Rahrich. More importantly, though, we'll learn more about the man who was killed, Robbie Rahrich. And we'll hear from his loved ones as they express their deep concerns about the possibility of Shawn Helmenstein being released earlier than expected. All of this and more still yet to come in Homicide at House of Bottles.
He was actually like an older brother that I didn't have. Never really had a really older brother to look up to.
I won't forget him. I know a lot of other people won't, because he was just good. He was just good.
An incarcerated individual at North Dakota State Penitentiary. This call is not private.
Definitely feel hate in my heart for that person.
So when I call you, I'm sitting in my cell instead of sitting out in the day room.
I'm glad that where he should be, but it doesn't change the fact that Robbie's gone forever, and he didn't have a choice in the matter.
I've done 25 years, and I honestly believe I've changed my way of thinking.
I don't know. I think a life sentence should be a life sentence no matter how, that's the definition of it.
Right now I'm basically in the middle of a tunnel and I can't see light at either end.
Those of you subscribed to Spotlight Plus can binge the entire Homicide at House of Bottles season right now ad-free. If you're not yet a subscriber, join today for as little as $5 a month and unlock not only this season, but 10 other seasons available for ad-free binging. You can cancel at any time. Sign up in the Apple Podcasts app or at dakotaspotlight.com. Dakota Spotlight is written, recorded, and edited by me, James Wallner, and proudly produced by the Porchlight Podcast Network. I want to thank Mari Zorb Hansen of Madison, Wisconsin for her contributions on this season. Her dedication to research, interviews, and feedback has been a real asset, and her collaborative spirit has made her an integral part of the team. A sincere thank you also to Bob Haas, Lloyd Halverson, and the Bismarck Police Department for granting me access to review the files and materials from this case. And most importantly, a very special thank you to the friends and family of Robbie Rahrich for their support and cooperation in sharing this profoundly tragic story. Our deepest condolences go out once again to everyone impacted by this heartbreaking loss. If you'd like to stay up to date on the show, be sure to join the Dakota Spotlight Facebook group. For inquiries or feedback, feel free to reach out by emailing me at dakotaspotlight@gmail.com. That's all for now. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.